I made something incredible. Now, over the Christmas holidays, I took a much needed break, but I couldn't just sit in front of the TV all day watching mindless shows. Plus, the weather wasn't great for drone flying. So I needed something new. RC cars. At first, I wasn't sure where to start, so I just went to Amazon and I started taking a look at what was available. However, nothing really convinced me, although there were some decent ones. Then I started diving into which are the best brands for RC cars, and I thought I'd start my search there, and I came across two, and that was Trax and Tamiya. To my surprise, I actually found a local RC shop here in Cyprus, and after speaking with the shop owner Andreas, he helped me pick a kit for my budget. The Tamiya TT-02 Audi Quattro. Now, along with it, I grabbed a radio, battery, some accessories, which I'll explain in a moment. Now, I could have gone for a pre-assembled car, but I wanted the full experience of building it myself. Why? Because learning how the components fit together helps you understand how it all works, and when something breaks, you can fix it yourself. Now, Tamiya, being a Japanese brand, has incredibly detailed instructions, so building the car felt straightforward. It reminded me of watching Matt Armstrong videos as I pieced together the drivetrain, suspension, motor and electrics. Of course, it wasn't all smooth sailing. For example, I had to convert the battery leads to an XT60 connection because I already owned a charger that I use for my FPV drone batteries. Thankfully, a friend helped me out with soldering, and soon I had everything running. It's on. Let's see what happens. Yes! That's so sick! I also didn't have a dedicated RC toolkit, so I had to improvise with basic tools. Prepping the car body, making the holes and trimming the shell took a full day. I used screws and scissors, which wasn't ideal, but it worked. It got the job done. The body isn't perfect, but it's something I can improve on later once I invest in better tools. By the way, if you're enjoying this video and you want to learn more about drones, photography and everything in between, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you along for the ride. Plus, it really helps out the channel. Now let's get back to the build. Now, painting the car was another learning experience. I accidentally bought varnish instead of white paint, but after messaging Andreas on Instagram, he quickly sorted me out. Now, as this was between the Christmas holidays, the shop wasn't actually open, so with the black paint that I already had, I started with some of the bits that I could paint black, such as the front grille, the mirrors, and even the fog lamps. As soon as the shop reopened again, I picked up the white paint. I added 2 or 3 coats before letting it dry, and then the car was ready for decals. And this took a while. Some of it was over midnight and the rest was finished off in the morning. And the result? A car I'm proud of, even if it's not flawless. Now, the car is using a nickel metal hydride battery, and charging this is a completely different set of rules. My Hota D6 Pro charger, which I normally use for LiPos, requires a completely different setup for nickel metal hydride. And after a few hours of research and even using ChatGPT, I finally figured it out. And this is a topic I'll cover in a future short, as there's little guidance online with how to charge this type of battery with this specific charger. Now that the car is complete, I have a new toy to enjoy alongside my FPV drones. It even drifts. It's not a dedicated drift car, but it's a fun four-wheel drive vehicle. Now what I love about these Tamiya kits is their upgrade potential. Over time, I can swap out the plastic components inside to aluminium ones, or aluminum if you're in the US, and even change the tires, change the wheels, change the body, even getting a new motor and ESC to make it go faster, or set it up for either race or for drift. Possibilities are endless. Now, building this RC car has taught me a lot, from the different components, the electrics, and even problem solving. And now it's given me the confidence that I can go ahead and build my first FPV drone. Now, while drones have fewer mechanical parts than RC cars, they require more soldering and firmware setup and troubleshooting. Ideally, I like to start off with a kit build like I have done with the car, as at least it will give you all the basics and the components you know will all be compatible with one another before I start diving into custom components and electronics, which will require more research and finding out whether they work on together or not. So if you're like me and love hands-on learning, then I highly recommend picking up an RC build kit. Sure, you could pick up ready-made kits like the DJI Vardar 2, which works straight out the box, but where's the fun in that? Building something from scratch gives you a sense of pride and the skills for you to fix it when something goes wrong. Plus, it's a lot cheaper than replacing the whole thing. So whether it's an RC car or an FPV drone, building something yourself is an investment in your skills. And it's a lot of fun too. Now, if you want to see me upgrade this car or see how it performs, let me know in the comments down below. Do you have an RC car or FPV drone? And while you're here, why not check out my Cyprus Rally video? It's packed with incredible FPV shots, photography, and the exciting action. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Go!